Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Feeble Light running on Nintendo Switch. Oh my god. Sound the music on, okay. Not much for options. Level 1. Ooh, we have backgrounds. Although I don't know if that's a good thing. Looks like it could blend into the foregrounds. Just have a hard time distinguishing background and foreground information. I know the foreground stuff has red outlines in them, but it's not. It's really not that distinctive. Especially when you're in the middle of fighting a bunch of stuff. And the only problem with using this incredibly limited color palette. But, you know, you're also limiting your visual cues. Palettes. What does that really mean, though? I mean, that doesn't really dramatically change anything. If they're trying to emulate, like a Game Boy Color or something. Huh. Interesting. It's kind of setting up all the levels. The transitions are absolutely terrible. I mean, it's just a flash and then it loads another set of enemies in. And it's like emulating jump cuts, which I don't know if that's really the thing that you want to emulate. Yeah, it's strange how it's approaching the levels that it gives you. I mean, it's creative. I just don't know if it's good. I'll tell you, that level is like, well, they're saying it's welcome. another new palette. Well, let's see what this one is. Screen. Oh god, this is like bad VGA pink. I don't know what's worse. I mean, they're all not particularly good. I mean, I do like the very, TurboGrafx sounding soundtrack. And really, the gameplay's good. I mean, it's a good playing game. It's just kind of unfortunate about this aspect ratio. And, like, I don't really understand what the point of this visual style is. I mean, clearly this team has talent. You know, it understands the shmup genre. Because, like, this core game is really good. It's just, why does it look like this? There's no real benefit. Like, I could easily see this looking more like a Super Nintendo game and having much more benefit from that. Outside of that, it's hard to sell a game that looks like this to a modern audience. Even necessarily to a shmup audience. I mean, a shmup audience is, used to some pretty high caliber graphics. In the heydays of the shmup, the late 90s, I mean, that was sort of the thing to show off a system was, what kind of shmup could you make? How good could it look? The real testament to what the system could do. And here, I guess this is more like a, like a Spectrix, maybe? I mean, it had that same kind of color palette, although, the old Specky could never refresh at this rate. I mean, you're lucky if you got 24 frames out of an old Specky game. Yeah, when I see like a really, really good game like this, well designed, good playing game, kind of get locked in these, these throwback graphics, which I think the game is better than these graphics. The game deserves better than these visuals. Sometimes you gotta have like a little confidence in your game design and go for something that looks, that kind of cuts, is more cutting edge, rather than something that's more artsy. The shmups are, they're utilitarian kind of games. They're not, they're not meant to be art projects. Yeah, I'd even say that whoever they picked for the music did a really good job as well. Granted, this is one of those games that has a very limited color palette. It looks like the level structure is also very limited as well. there's a little bit of randomization, a little bit of shuffling in how it gives you levels, which I think is fine. I mean, that's how they're generating variety instead of having lots of handmade custom levels. Just giving you like a little bit of procedural generation, in order to make up for that, in order to make up for not having handcrafted levels. Yeah, and again, I think the weakness of having visuals like this with the incredibly limited color palette is that after extended play, I mean, your eyes get very tired. I mean, my eyes are right now. Like I really can't look at this color palette anymore without feeling pretty fatigued. So we'll stop it there. This is audap. Speed watching Feeble Light, running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I'd say the core gameplay is really good. It does harken me back to like the early days of the TurboGrafx 16, and getting tons of good shmups from that system. I think this is in that category. It's just a real shame about the visuals and the visual style they've chosen here. I think the game deserves better. But if you don't mind the visuals and you're unlike me and looking at these don't kind of hurt your eyes after a while, then definitely check it out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.